He joined LNC in the year 1998 as DGM and was elevated to the post of GM, CGM in NLC Mines. He later took charge as Director Mines of NLC. During his tenure, all the mines' performance consistently grew in upward direction. Under his efficient leadership, the Mine 2 expansion project and Barsingarh lignite mine project were completed without cost overrun, wherein the former bagged the Vishwakarma Award. He was bagged Excellence Award, Best Corporate Director Management Excellence Award, and the IME Journal Golden Jubilee Award. He was a member of Indian delegation in the Indo-US Coal Working Group conference held in Washington. A very warm welcome to you, sir. I now request Professor Usha Nori to kindly hand over the bouquet to Mr. Surendra Mohan. I now take this opportunity to invite Professor M.L. Sai Kumar, Dean, Institute of Public Enterprise. Professor Sai Kumar is also the chairman of IT and Placement and successfully handles his roles being the academic and industry expert. His areas of expertise include IT education, project management, e-commerce, information systems, and strategic management. We welcome you, sir. I now request Professor Lakshmi Kumari to please hand over the bouquet. It's my honor to now invite Professor R.K. Mishra, Director, Institute of Public Enterprise, onto the dais. Apart from tirelessly being at the helm of the Institute, Professor Mishra does complete justice to his several other roles. He is a member of International Task Force on Standards of Excellence in Public Administration and Education, Ad Hoc Task Force for Memorandum of Understanding in Central and State-Level Public Enterprises, Department of Public Enterprises. He's a member of Network on Corporate Governance of SOEs in Asia, OECD. He's also a member of Global Network on Privatization and Corporate Governance of SOEs. He is also a visiting faculty to reputed B schools and universities such as London Business School, MSH Paris, University of Bradford, UNICPE Slovenia, etc. We welcome you, sir. Now I invite Mr. Vinay to please hand over the bouquet. Today we also have amongst us Professor R. Radhakrishna, who is the Chairman, Center for Economics and Social Studies. Sir, I request you to please come on to the dais. Professor Radhakrishna is a member of the Governing Council of Social Science Research, ICSSR, and Chairman of the Center for Development Alternatives, Ahmedabad. He also served as the Chairman of National Statistical Commission, Government of India, during 2009 to 12. He held several prestigious positions such as Chairperson, MIDS, Member Secretary, ICSSR, Vice Chancellor, Andhra University, President, Asian Association of Social Science Research, President, Indian Econometric Society, etc. He is also a recipient of VKRV Rao Prize in Social Science Research for his significant contribution in the field of economics, and was also awarded the Telugu Dinotsavam Puraskaram Atma Gaurava by the Government of Andhra Pradesh for his eminence in social sciences. We welcome you, sir. Now I invite Ms. Usha Nori, Ms. Janaki, to kindly hand over the bouquet. It's my pleasure to now invite Professor S. Mahendra Dev, Director, Indira Gandhi Institute of Development Research, Mumbai. He has served as the Chairman, Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices, Government of India, and was also the Director, Center for Economic and Social Studies, Hyderabad. He's a passionate writer in the areas such as agricultural development, poverty and public policy, food security, employment guarantee schemes, social security, farm and non-farm employment. He has more than 100 research publications in national and international journals and has authored several books. He has also been a consultant and advisor to many international organizations such as UNDP, World Bank, IFPRI, ILO, FAO, etc. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And now I invite Ms. Usha Nori to kindly hand over the book. Let us all now welcome Professor Bhanuji Rao, Honorable Professor, IBS Hyderabad, and member governing boards, Geetam University and ICFI Society. He has previously worked with National University of Singapore and World Bank and has also held several teaching and research positions. His publications include 18 books, 40 chapters, 62 papers in referred journals, and 14 monographs. He has also been a consultant to clients like Singapore Airlines, IBM, World Bank, and ADB. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Now I invite Ms. Lakshmi Kumari to kindly hand over the bouquet. With great pleasure, I now invite Professor Suman Sahai, founder chairperson of the GENE Campaign, which is a leading research and advocacy organization working on the issues related to food, nutrition, and livelihoods. Dr. Sahai is a recipient of prestigious Padma Shri, the Borlaug Award, Outstanding Woman Achiever Award, the Birbal Sahni Gold Medal, and Order of the Golden Ark. She has also chaired India's Planning Commission Task Force on Agrobiodiversity and Genetically Engineered Organisms for the 11th Plan. She has also served as the member of the steering committee of the National Diversity Board, the Expert Committee on Biotechnology Policy, and the Bioethics Committee of the ICMR. We welcome you, ma'am. Now I request Janki ma'am to please hand over the bouquet. I now take this opportunity to welcome Ms. Soma De Silva, former Regional Monitoring and Evaluation Officer, UNICEF, Regional Office, South Asia. She is a founder member and ex-president, Sri Lanka Evaluation Association, an international organization for collaboration in evaluation. Over the period of 2 decades, she has worked in the field of evaluation, commissioning, organizing, and supporting evaluations of national development programs. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. And now I invite Ms. Lakshmi Kumari to kindly hand over the bouquet. I now invite Shri V.R. Kaundinya, ex-MD and CEO Advanta Limited, which is an Indian seed company with global footprint. Shri Kaundinya is an expert in the field of agriculture and has 35 years of industry experience. He is currently the chairman of Agricultural Group of the Biotech Industry Association and has also held other reputed positions in the past, such as Chairman CropLife India, Director Association of Seed Industry, etc. A very warm welcome to you, sir. I now request Ms. Lakshmi Kumari to hand over the bouquet. I would also like to invite Mr. A. Anand, who is the convener of the seminar. Sir, we welcome you onto the stage. It's my immense pleasure to now invite Professor R.K. Mishra, Director, Institute of Public Enterprise, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you so much. A great moment in the life of this institute. We have top-notch experts here. They are people of great name, great fame. They have done great studies. I must thank my colleague, Professor Anand Akundi, that we are seeing this day when in our midst we have Mr. Surendra Mohan, a person of great achievements, a person who put Naval Lignite Corporation on the top slot of public enterprises in our country. Immense work he has done, and NLC has changed the lives of people around the projects. When we talk of SSD, SSD is nothing but changing the lives of people for good. We have been talking, but there is someone who is a practitioner, who doesn't talk but has done it. And he is nobody else, but he is Mr. Surendra Mohan. I had the opportunity of working with him for full 3 years. A man of action, a man of great thought, a man who has very soft heart, a man who links enterprises with society, who doesn't believe in divergence, who believes in convergence. And we have those qualities in Mr. Surendra Mohan. I would request you once again to fold your hands and give a big clap to him. I thought the CMDs in public sector enterprises, Navaratnas and Maharatnas, they are made of steel. They don't have a lotus flower in them. But when I see him, I find that he's made both of steel and also has a very, very soft heart. Well, I have worked with many CEOs and I find, I think, they have one quality, but they miss out on the other. We have a great economist. The country is proud of him. Rather, I would say the economic community around the world is proud of him. And he is nobody else other than Professor Radhakrishna. We all hold him in high esteem as a student of economics, as a student of development economist, as those who would be wanting to do research. They might have done nothing of that. And he is on the path of research, on the path of generating public policy inputs, on the path of adding new dimensions to economics for last 40 years. I had the first opportunity of meeting him in 1981 at Sardar Patel Institute, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. And then, since then, I am fortunate that he has allowed me to be, talking to him. He has allowed me to be near him. That's a great deal of learning. And I would say that at one point of time, when he was member secretary, ICS sir, rose to the level of cabinet minister in the central government as head of the Indian Statistical Commission, chairman of SES, chairman of MIDS, and also head of the group on rural credit. The previous government had appointed that a group, and some economists, I was with him, and he happened to tell that after 1953, we have seen a very great report, good report on rural credit. In 1953, it was Mr. Ventrapayya, who was also chairman of IPE and ICS, who gave the report on Rural Credit Review Committee. Of course, there was a report in 1916 also. 53 was a great report. And I would say that the report that Professor Radhakrishna gave, I think, made a great contribution, significant contribution. And that, I think, has helped in bringing down the farmers' death in Andhra Pradesh, in other parts of India, greater flow of credit to agriculture. And I become very emotional when I talk about agriculture, because I feel that it's only because of agriculture India is one. Had we not had good farmers in this country, I am sure India would have, like the then USSR, would have fallen like 9 pins. USSR got disintegrated not because of anything, but I would say primarily because they didn't have grains. And Professor Radhakrishna's work, I think, will always be remembered in the field of agriculture, among other things. Of course, I don't think there is any dimension of economics which he has not covered. Professor Mahendra Dev is a leading light in the country. We are very proud of him. A person who talked in 1982 for the first time of an employment guarantee scheme. There was a paper in EPW. Nobody knew that it will achieve a new dimension in 2010, 2014. We'll have NREGS, etc., and that becomes the prime concern of the government. And he was one, I think, a very foresighted and far-sighted person. In 82, he could, I think, envision that's what is going to come after 20, 30, 40 years. That's what is going to save India. Had done tremendous work. There is no international organization like, we can take WTO, we can talk of, ADB, we can talk of World Bank, we can talk of IMF. You talk of any, I think, organization. And he has adored very, very high positions. We are very proud of them, not only as director of the SES, but also chairman of the Agricultural Price Commission, and much beyond that, RBI University, where Professor Radhakrishna was the first vice chancellor, second vice chancellor, and then I think he followed. We feel, I think, very proud of the achievements. Then we have in our midst Mr. Dr. Bhanuji Rao, his guru, I think, of many of us, was the person who went all the way from Andhra Pradesh and set up the economics department of National University of Singapore, was the first chair there, was continued to be there for 30, 40 years. They beseeched upon him that please do reside, please do become a citizen of this place. No, he told, no, I am an Indian. I'll go back to India and I'll contribute to India. I have made Singapore very great. From Singapore, I have made it Singapore. Now I'll go to my country back because my country is also not in a good position. I'll contribute to the growth of the country. Visiting professor in several universities, several places. Tremendous contribution, especially contribution to developing, the big data at the state level, big data at the central level. That's how I think, things they have come from him. And we are also proud of the presence of Padma Shri Suman Sai ji. So many things have been talked. I think we can go on talking. Tremendous contribution she has made by the way of public policy. I think she's on the path of the Nobel Prize winner, Mr. Satyendra. I think Borlaug, we talked. I saw Borlaug personally in 1967. We came to my university. I think we need, many more Borlaugs in this country. And if we have such many more Borlaugs and people who believe in the philosophy of Borlaug, that will transform, I think, the country radically and will put India, I think, on the map, top, slot of the world. We have the regional chief of the UNICEF here, Soma De Silva ji. Tremendous contribution she has made, and with her coming here, I think the ties between Sri Lanka and India, they become stronger. We need to make them much more stronger. You are our neighbor, and we have been living together for several years. We need to come closer and show the world that India and Sri Lanka, they are one, I think, in many, many regards. I won't speak much. I must thank my colleague, Professor Anand Nakundi, who has been ceaselessly working, I think, this conference. It is not an easy task. One is that we can have a conference, but we don't have good scholars. You can have good scholars, but you don't have people who have contributed, I think. And here is a person, because my own knowledge is very, very small. I work in this institute, and my house is near, and my travel is limited between my house and the institute, which is just a kilometer. But he is a person who could bring, people of great eminence, great scholarship here from different parts, I think, of the world, including Mr. Kaudinya, who has done so much work, I think, in the industry. I think that's a rare feat. Dr. Lakshmi, who has been working